Another way that I think that this um, working out of the philosophical problem of the relationship of the created world to the divine world um, is made explicit in the movement of iconoclasm, iconoclassism, iconoclassism, iconoclasm, whatever. Okay, whatever. Look it up. So there was this whole period at the very beginning of the medieval era, 8th century, early ninth century, where there was a group that resisted depicting the divine in artistic form because, well, it was divine. And again, that kind of one strand of Plato that derides imitation, that is suspicious of imitation. We can see that come up here. So a lot of the art during this period just doesn't exist, and it's kind of a big thing when these things do come out. Now, why then this movement of iconoclasm didn't catch hold? Well, we do see it kind of evident, uh, um, more so like this thought kind of moving off into Islamic aesthetics, where it is a big deal. You can't depict the divine, the prophets, Muhammad, any of this in a pictorial form, and that's why a lot of the mosques are geometric tiles and mosaics and things like this. So that's interesting philosophically because then you get this connection with math and beauty and order and the divine, which again it symbolizes it, but it also kind of keeps one behind the veil. You're still in this veil of existence, but in the early ninth century and stuff, the movement of iconoclasm um, didn't take hold, and so we have a lot of the beginning of it is art. A lot of it is icons, mosaics, and I think, and I'm sure this has been written about, that a lot of the reason for that was because of the just political and practical fact that a lot of the laity, a lot of the people that you were trying to, either convert or indoctrinate or share or whatever that it is, these scriptures with, they couldn't read. And so you needed to tell the story in pictures. And so there was a kind of a political didactic function of a lot of art at the time where it wasn't just techne, it wasn't just craft for use, pots and things like this, but it was a way to establish control in the minds and the hearts of those who didn't have direct, who couldn't read and have direct access to the scripture. So I mean, you could, I was thinking about this as I was going through this. Those the little pamphlets that the evangelicals hand out a lot, and a lot of them are kind of comic book type things, and you can see this. I mean, one way you could look at it, I mean, it would be kind of a reductive way to it, but it's not wholly wrong. Is that the Gothic Cathedral is a big, grand pop up comic book, right? That you go in and you see the crucifixion, the lamentation, the resurrection, and all of these kind of things. Um, so we see that. I want to emphasize that because we see again that it wasn't a given that this stuff was worked out philosophically. These philosophical issues of body, world, creation, fallenness, evil, good, sin. All of these are worked out in interesting ways during this period.